Bootlegs. A knockoff that is usually made to imitate an existing authentic product and then sold to a consumer at a much cheaper value. But of course, the quality is usually much worse. This is a category within anime figures that I haven't actually touched on a whole lot. Obviously, for good reason, I collect authentic licensed figures, so I mean, why would I go touch low quality bootlegs? Now, don't get me wrong though, there are instances where bootlegs are actually decent quality, but those are very few and far in between in my experience anyways. Most of the time, your stuff is gonna end up looking like this. Although I think this one got so memey to the point that it's actually expensive now. But don't quote me on that. But I've always wanted to do a video where I buy a whole bunch of bootlegs just to see how it goes. But I could never justify myself doing that because I don't want to spend my own money on bootlegs. Like, that just seems like a waste to me. Oh, this is gonna be funny. All right, let's get started. Anime figurines. Okay, let's jump into this immediately. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff here. All right, so I'm gonna try to maximize my budget here, and I'm just gonna get the most I possibly can. I'm gonna try to get a few figures that I actually own myself just to compare the quality to. We'll see how it is. St. Louis from Azure Lane. This is obviously based off of the figure from Alter. Let's buy this one. All right, next up we have Skasaha's bunny figure, but it's like 32 bucks, so I guess we'll see. A very cheap Rem figure for like 13 bucks. I mean, can't really beat that, so, you know, might as well grab it. Hatsune Miku figure, of course, gotta have one of those. Oh, okay, I just found something that I really want to get. This one's $43, and it's based off of Duke of York from Mimioi. This one doesn't look too bad. I actually want to see if it actually looks this good in person. We're copying that. Chitanda from Hyoka. Let's grab this because it's only like 12 bucks. Why not? Here we have Yukino from Snafu. This is by Kotobukiya. I have this figure, so I'm gonna get this just to compare. Eriri from Saikano. This actually doesn't look too bad. I'm hoping the figure looks as good as this, but is their top supposed to be like that? It doesn't have the bottom strap unless that's transparent. Well, let's grab it and see. All right, Yui Kotogawa from Telovru. This is a very simple one. I think the bootleg should be able to adapt this very well. We'll see how this goes. Grabbing that, we have a Hatsune Miku one. Very cute. I'll grab this one. And then last up, just to maximize my budget here, I'll be grabbing this of Kurumi. Cheongsam version. You know how I roll. Let's grab that. All right, so bootleg figures purchased. Now we wait and see how long it takes to get here.
1 week later.
We got the stuff. I do have a couple of the actual figures to my right that I bought a couple of bootleg versions of just to compare, so we can see right away how much the difference in quality you're paying for. Now, I am a little bit worried about the packaging, mainly because they shipped it out in this. This is my first time getting a bunch of bootlegs, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I see Rem. All put together in one package. I'm already laughing because I do not know what I'm in for. Okay, some of them do come in boxes. They just jam-packed everything into one thing. Some of them do not have boxes from what it looks like. Oh, it doesn't look like anything came too damaged. Well, except for this. Rem, Miku, and Yukino. Completely forgot. Wait, what the heck? Where's the chair? Not gonna lie, I'm surprised it came with blister packaging at all. Blister packaging is wrecked, but the figure does look intact for the most part. Skasaha. And what is this? Honestly, I find it very impressive that they managed to shove that all in this. Oh, this is St. Louis. I'm impressed. This actually came in a box. Let's get Eriri out of the box first. Now, I don't have the official figure of this to compare, so... I don't know if you could tell from the top-down camera, but when I opened her up, the top wasn't actually on, and her nips are actually sculpted, which is a surprise. I found the answer to my previous question. Is her top supposed to be like that? It doesn't have the bottom strap unless that's transparent. Yeah, there is no bottom strap. Her top is literally just that one piece, like a pair of headphones she's wearing around her neck. It just goes on like that. Feels a little bit weird just having it like that. There's no like peg holes or anything. Everything goes on top of one another, just like a sandwich or something. But I mean, it's not super terrible, but it doesn't look too deformed or anything. You know what I just realized? What am I gonna do with all this stuff afterward? We're gonna take a look at the Hatsune Miku one. All right, here's the base. Now let's hope the pegs actually go in, because I think bootlegs are notorious for having bases and the pegs don't actually end up fitting in the bases. I mean, the molding's a little bit messy, but honestly, it's not too bad. Her head just hops in. Success. And we get her twin tails. All right, so you're gonna have to put on the hair first before you attach it to the head because it's gonna be a little bit tricky otherwise. Wait, why am I talking as if this is something that you're gonna buy? Okay, now honestly, this right here is what I expect a bootleg figure to look like. All right, let's continue on. This is Rem. She actually looks spot on. Honestly, I thought some of these were gonna be really deformed and I'd get a really good laugh at it. Her overalls actually don't look bad. Is it just me or do her legs look a little bit more orange than the rest of her body? Let's put her on the base. Aside from her being at a slightly tilted angle to the right side, she doesn't look too bad. Like you can tell at an immediate glance, this is Rem. Very bootleg quality, right? Like her skin has a really shiny, plasticky look. I guess the plus side with this is that you don't have to wait a couple of years to see if it leans because it's already leaning right now. All right, let's go with a Chitanda now. This one was only like 12 bucks, I think. So, all right, so here's the base. Go straight in like that. Wow, okay, it actually fit in. Honestly, it's about what I expected. It's not like super ugly. Her face is a little bit too orange. Mold is definitely a little bit messy, but it's kind of like the level of like a toy quality that you would give to like a kid. She literally just comes like, nah. You can't see her face right now. I'll show it here. Oh my, this is definitely the most deformed looking one. Oh my. And she's got like some red marks underneath her eyebrows that kind of made it look like a kid colored them in. Yeah, okay, I will give them this. The overall pose is pretty close. Her shoes are looking very wrinkled. You can see some nice folds in the shirt. The biggest problem with this one is that it doesn't come with a chair. Wait, hold on. Will she fit on this? She didn't come with her panda or her chair, but I guess you can just put her on edges like that. All right, next up we have another Miku. Oh, she doesn't look too bad. And she fell. We got Miku's twin tails, base, and her pillow. It's got a little indentation here. Can you even slide this thing in? Which way is it? Is it this way? I'm assuming it's this way, right? On the base, there's multiple peg holes, but there's actually only 2 here. So her foot just goes straight in like that, I'd assume. Not bad. All right, so I'm assuming that's how it's supposed to go. This is okay. The face doesn't look hideous, so I guess that's a plus. How much was this? 16 bucks? I forget. Quality-wise, this one has a really bad seam on her leg. And the molding is honestly pretty messy in some places, like her feet. There's a really bad seam line on her arm. Yui Kotagawa. This one is quite impressive. All right, so here's the base. Oh, and they even gave her her book this time. Nice. Whoa. Okay, I'm impressed. The paint job on this one isn't too bad. I mean, her skin definitely still has that reflectiveness that bootlegs tend to have, but her socks, and specifically the outfit, the uniform, this doesn't look too bad at all. 10 blemishes on her skirt. I'm impressed. Base. I don't think this is too bad. Quite impressive for a bootleg. If you just take a look at between this one and like the Yukino that I got, like night and day difference almost. Quality for bootlegs is vastly different, so you never really know what you're gonna get. So Kurumi pretty much matches the pictures of what I saw. They even got her left eye with the clock. Accurate. Okay, so I'm very excited to see how the St. Louis turned out because honestly, this is one of my favorite figures from Alter. So ooh. You're gonna bring out the Yui again. The paintwork difference is drastic. Oh snap. This part comes off. Her top piece is very loose and it does not look white at all. Really bad. Honestly, it looks like it got really old and it kind of just yellowed out. A little bit smaller. And obviously the quality difference is just between like heaven and earth. Face looks terrible. This is what you would expect a bootleg figure to look like. This just looks so bad, bro. Obviously the hair isn't quite similar and the face is completely off. You can just see the level of difference in quality. It's not even close. Now, of course, size-wise, it's not gonna be an actual 1/4 figure. A very cheap imitation copy of the actual thing. The chair, pretty close. Not the same shade of red, of course. It's got that really nice reflective look that the actual one has. Let's try to put this thing on the base. Yeah. Oh, my ears. Good God. Let's take a look at the figure. Actually not too bad. I will give props here because it is much better looking than the other Azur figure here. Well, the bootleg one is only 40 bucks. Her leggings actually do have a reflective look like the original, but the top lacks the reflectiveness. Face is decently close enough. It doesn't look too off. Like, you can tell this is Duke of York. This one's definitely one of the better bootlegs. So at the end of the day, don't buy bootlegs. Prize figures do exist for a reason, and even though bootlegs can be kind of decent when you take a look at like the UE today or Duke of York, majority of the time you're gonna get like some really ugly figure. Plus, you shouldn't be buying bootlegs just purely out of moral principle, but I know there are definitely bootleg fans out there. So this video was originally recorded back in January of 2024, and I never uploaded it just because of some complications, but I recently found the video while I was cleaning out my hard drive, so I figured, might as well upload this. So at the end of the day, don't get yourself fake plastic titties, get yourself authentic plastic titties.